Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to take you on a journey not just about earning money, but about thinking differently about money. Because the truth is, wealth is not just about the numbers in your bank account. I'm fascinated. It's about the mindset, the habits, and the principles that guide the way rich people think. When it comes to wealth, fascinated. The first fundamental principle that separates those who succeed financially from those who struggle is how they perceive money. Most people view money as an end in itself, a goal to be achieved, a measure of success, fascinated, or a way to signal status. They chase paychecks, bonuses, or promotions with the hope that one day accumulating enough money will bring them freedom, happiness, or security. While money in itself is neutral, fascinated, the mindset surrounding it can either empower or limit a person's ability to build true wealth. Wealthy individuals, however, approach money from a completely different perspective. They see money as a tool. I'm fascinated, a means to an end rather than the ultimate destination. This distinction changes everything about how they make decisions, plan for the future, and create opportunities. Fascinated, seeing money as a tool means understanding that it is a resource that can be deployed strategically. Wealthy people don't simply earn money to spend it, they earn to invest, to grow, and to create more avenues of income. For example, fascinated, they might invest in stocks, real estate, or businesses, not because they are gambling for quick wins, but because they are strategically placing resources where they will multiply over time. Money, in their minds, fascinated is energy that can be directed toward growth. Each dollar becomes a seed, and the focus is on how to plant it wisely so that it produces fruit in the future. This mindset also affects how rich people handle spending. I'm fascinated. While the average person might buy luxuries or unnecessary items as a reward for earning money, those with a wealth-focused mindset are more deliberate. Fascinated, they understand the difference between expenses that consume value and investments that generate value. This doesn't mean they live miserably or deny themselves enjoyment. I'm fascinated. But they recognize that true financial power comes from using money to create leverage, not just to indulge in fleeting pleasures. Every purchase or investment is considered through the lens of its potential to grow wealth. Fascinated rather than simply its immediate gratification. Another aspect of viewing money as a tool is the focus on creating systems rather than relying solely on labor. Rich people often understand that trading time directly for money has limits. Fascinated, if you only rely on earning a salary or hourly wage, your income is capped by the number of hours you can work. By using money strategically through investments, business ventures, fascinated, or other financial instruments, they can create income streams that work independently of their time. In essence, they make money work for them rather than the other way around. This creates freedom, flexibility, long-term security that is difficult to achieve with a purely goal-oriented mindset, thinking of money as a tool-shaped attitude toward opportunities and risks. I'm fascinated. People who see money as a goal often fear losing it and therefore avoid taking chances, even when potential rewards are high. Those who see it as a tool, however, recognize that every loss or setback is a lesson. I'm fascinated that the right use of financial resources can turn challenges into opportunities. This proactive approach allows them to make bold, informed decisions that accelerate wealth creation. Ultimately, fascinated, understanding money as a tool is about shifting perspective from accumulation to utility. It's about seeing money as a means to create impact, security, freedom, and future opportunities rather than as a symbol of success. Fascinated by adopting this mindset, individuals open themselves up to smarter investments, better financial planning, and greater long-term prosperity. Fascinated. It transforms every financial decision from a simple transaction into a strategic move in the game of building wealth, allowing them to unlock opportunities that others may never see. The way wealthy people approach challenges, failures, fascinated, and opportunities is fundamentally different from most others because they operate with a growth mindset. While many individuals see obstacles as threats and setbacks as reasons to give up, I'm fascinated. Those who think like the rich view challenges as opportunities for learning and improvement. This mindset is not innate. It is a conscious choice to approach life and money with curiosity, resilience, fascinated, and the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed over time. The power of a growth mindset lies in its ability to turn what might seem like failure into a stepping stone for greater success Fascinated, and to transform uncertainty into a landscape of opportunities. A growth mindset encourages risk taking, but not reckless risk. Fascinated, wealthy individuals understand that playing it safe may provide temporary comfort, but limits long-term potential. They analyze situations, weigh probabilities, and make informed decisions. Fascinated, knowing that calculated risks are essential for wealth creation. While many fear losing money or making mistakes, those with a growth-oriented approach understand that every risk carries lessons that refine judgment and strategy. Fascinated, they embrace trial and error as part of the journey, knowing that repeated action, learning from mistakes, and adapting is the fastest path to success. Unlike those who are paralyzed by fear of failure, fascinated, wealthy people use each experience to build knowledge, confidence, and momentum. Failure is particularly revealing in the mindset of the wealthy. Where average thinkers see a loss as proof of inadequacy, fascinated, those with a growth mindset treat failure as feedback, a necessary component of the learning process. This perspective encourages experimentation in investments, business strategies, and career moves. I'm fascinated. It allows them to iterate continuously, adjusting approaches based on what works and discarding what does not. I'm fascinated. This ability to pivot without losing confidence is a hallmark of successful wealth building because the financial landscape is constantly changing. A static mindset is ill-equipped to navigate these fluctuations, fascinated, while a growth mindset thrives in evolving circumstances. Another element of the growth mindset is long-term thinking. Wealthy people often forego immediate gratification to invest in their future. Fascinated, they understand that compounding, whether in knowledge, skills, or financial assets, requires patience and consistent effort. For example, a business owner may spend years building a brand, refining products, fascinated, and nurturing a loyal customer base before seeing substantial profits. Similarly, an investor may weather short-term market volatility to secure significant returns over time. Fascinated. The patience and perseverance embedded in a growth mindset allow them to maintain focus on the bigger picture rather than being swayed by temporary setbacks or distractions. The mindset also fuels creativity and problem solving. I'm fascinated. When individuals believe that they can improve and find solutions, they are more likely to identify opportunities others miss. Wealthy people often approach problems with curiosity, asking questions like, I'm fascinated. How can this challenge be turned into an opportunity? Or what can I learn from this situation that will make me better? This proactive approach ensures they are constantly innovating, whether in business investments, fascinated, or personal development. They don't wait for opportunities to come to them. They create them. Ultimately, the power of a growth mindset is that it transforms the relationship with money, risk, and challenges. It cultivates resilience, encourages lifelong learning, and inspires action even in the face of uncertainty. By viewing obstacles as opportunities and failures as feedback, wealthy individuals create a self-reinforcing cycle of improvement, confidence, fascinated, and wealth building. This mindset not only increases financial success, but also empowers them to navigate life with adaptability, optimism, and purpose. I'm fascinated. One of the most defining differences between wealthy individuals and those who struggle financially is the mindset they adopt regarding resources, opportunities, and life itself. Fascinated, at the core of this difference lies the contrast between scarcity thinking and abundance thinking. Scarcity thinking is the belief that there is a limited amount of wealth, success, or opportunity. I'm fascinated, and that one person's gain comes at the expense of another. People trapped in this mindset often operate out of fear, jealousy, or competition, constantly worrying that there isn't enough to go around. In contrast, fascinated, wealthy individuals embrace abundance thinking, which is the belief that opportunities, resources, and possibilities are plentiful, and that creating value for others only expands the potential for personal and collective success. Fascinated, this mental shift fundamentally changes the way rich people approach money, business, and life. Scarcity thinking limits action. Those who believe in a finite amount of wealth often hesitate to invest, share ideas. Fascinated, or collaborate because they fear losing what they already have. They see competitors as threats rather than as potential partners, and they hoard knowledge or resources. Fascinated, believing that protecting what they have is the only path to security. This mindset often leads to stagnation and missed opportunities. Scarcity-based decision making is reactive rather than proactive. I'm fascinated. It focuses on fear management rather than value creation. Abundance thinking on the other hand, allows wealthy individuals to operate from a place of confidence and generosity. I'm fascinated. They understand that success is not a zero-sum game and that creating opportunities for themselves does not diminish the opportunities available to others. By focusing on adding value, innovating, and improving systems or products, fascinated, they expand the overall pool of wealth and possibility. For example, an entrepreneur with an abundance mindset may mentor others, invest in startups, or collaborate with competitors, fascinated, knowing that the growth they facilitate in the ecosystem ultimately creates more wealth and opportunity for everyone involved. This approach fosters trust, networks, and partnerships that further accelerate success. Fascinated, abundance thinking also shapes how the wealthy view failure and setbacks. Those with a scarcity mindset see failure as catastrophic because resources are limited and every loss feels magnified. Abundance thinkers, however, fascinated, view failure as a learning opportunity, a chance to refine their approach, pivot, or innovate. They understand that one setback does not deplete the world of resources. Instead, I'm fascinated, it offers lessons and insights that can lead to greater success in the future. This perspective enables them to take calculated risks and to persevere where others might retreat out of fear. Fascinated, another key aspect is the way wealthy people approach money and investments. Scarcity-minded individuals focus on saving and conserving wealth out of fear of running out. While caution can be wise, fascinated, an overly scarcity-driven approach often prevents growth. Abundance-minded individuals, by contrast, look for ways to deploy money strategically, whether through investments, business ventures, or ventures that generate passive income. Fascinated. They see money as a tool to create more wealth rather than a resource to cling to, and this perspective multiplies their potential for long-term financial freedom. Ultimately, adopting an abundance mindset transforms behavior, relationships, and opportunities. It encourages generosity, collaboration, and strategic thinking. It enables people to focus on value creation rather than competition. Fascinated, and it empowers them to take bold steps without being paralyzed by fear. For those seeking financial success and personal fulfillment, shifting from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking is not just helpful. It is essential. It allows individuals to approach life with optimism, creativity, and confidence, and it positions them to recognize and seize opportunities that others, trapped in scarcity, fail to see. By embracing abundance, I'm fascinated, wealthy people unlock a world of possibilities and set themselves on a path where growth, wealth, and impact are limitless. Fascinated, one of the most powerful habits that separates wealthy individuals from the rest is their commitment to continuous learning and self-improvement. While many people focus solely on earning money through their jobs or businesses, fascinated, those who think like the rich understand that knowledge is the ultimate form of currency. Investing in oneself through education, skill development, mentorship, fascinated, and personal growth is the foundation upon which long-term wealth is built. Money can be lost or spent, but knowledge, skills, and experience compound over time. I'm fascinated, increasing earning potential and opening doors that might otherwise remain closed. Wealthy people recognize that the more they invest in themselves, the more valuable they become, and the more opportunities they can create. Fascinated. This commitment starts with a mindset of lifelong learning. Rich individuals constantly seek to expand their understanding of the world around them, whether it is through books, courses, seminars, or mentorship. They are curious, fascinated, asking questions and analyzing trends, markets, and systems. Unlike those who rely solely on their current knowledge or repeat the same patterns, fascinated, wealthy people actively pursue information that can enhance their decision-making and problem-solving abilities. This knowledge allows them to spot opportunities where others see obstacles, make informed investments, fascinated, and innovate in ways that generate significant returns. Financial literacy is a major component of this self-investment. Wealthy people spend time learning how money works, understanding concepts like investing, compounding, fascinated, risk and tax strategies. They recognize that earning a high income is not enough if it is not managed intelligently. By understanding the mechanics of money, they are able to leverage it effectively. I'm fascinated, turning earnings into investments that produce even more wealth. This financial knowledge gives them a strategic advantage, enabling them to make decisions with clarity and confidence. Fascinated, rather than relying on luck or trial and error alone, investing in personal development is not limited to technical skills or financial knowledge. It also includes emotional intelligence, leadership, and communication. Fascinated. Wealthy individuals understand that success is rarely achieved in isolation. Building strong relationships, leading teams effectively, and navigating complex social dynamics are crucial skills that multiply opportunities. I'm fascinated by investing in these soft skills. They position themselves to collaborate, negotiate, and influence in ways that create exponential value. Fascinated. This combination of technical and interpersonal knowledge is a hallmark of successful wealth building. The wealthy approach failure as a learning opportunity. Every mistake, miscalculation, fascinated, or setback is treated as a chance to improve and grow. They analyze their actions, extract lessons, and apply them to future endeavors. This reflective approach transforms experience into knowledge. Fascinated, which becomes a powerful tool for building resilience and making smarter financial and personal decisions over time. Another important aspect of investing in oneself is surrounding oneself with mentors and advisors. I'm fascinated. Wealthy people recognize that they do not have to learn everything the hard way. By seeking guidance from those who have already walked the path to success, they accelerate their learning curve and avoid costly mistakes. Fascinated, mentorship and networking are, in themselves, forms of investment that provide insights, strategies, and perspectives that are not easily accessible through books or courses alone. Ultimately, fascinated, investing in knowledge and self-improvement is not a one-time effort. It is a continuous process that compounds over time. It creates a cycle where knowledge leads to better decisions lead to greater wealth. Fascinated, and greater wealth provides the resources to continue learning and growing. This mindset ensures that wealthy individuals are not only capable of sustaining their wealth, but also of multiplying it and leaving a lasting impact. Fascinated by prioritizing personal growth, financial education, and skill development, they unlock opportunities that remain invisible to those who neglect self-investment. I'm fascinated, demonstrating that the richest asset a person can possess is their own knowledge and capability. Fascinated. One of the most powerful strategies wealthy people use to build and sustain their success is the deliberate cultivation of relationships and networks. While many individuals attempt to navigate life and business in isolation, fascinated, the rich understand that who you know can be as important as what you know. They actively seek out mentors, advisors, and connections that challenge, guide, and inspire them. Fascinated, this approach is not about superficial networking or transactional relationships. It is about building genuine, mutually beneficial connections that accelerate growth, provide insights, and open doors that would otherwise remain closed. Fascinated, leveraging networks and mentorship allows wealthy individuals to gain knowledge, access opportunities, and avoid pitfalls, giving them a strategic advantage in both personal and financial endeavors. Mentorship, in particular, fascinated, plays a critical role in shaping the mindset and decisions of successful individuals. Wealthy people understand that experience is invaluable, and learning from those who have already achieved what they aspire to saves time, energy. Fascinated, and resources. A mentor provides guidance, shares lessons learned from failures and successes, and offers a perspective that is difficult to acquire through books or formal education alone. Fascinated by following the advice and insights of experienced mentors, wealthy individuals are able to make informed decisions, anticipate challenges, and seize opportunities with greater confidence. Mentorship also fosters accountability. Fascinated, pushing individuals to maintain focus and strive for excellence in their pursuits. Networking is equally essential. Wealthy people actively surround themselves with high-performing, motivated, fascinated, and knowledgeable individuals who inspire growth and innovation. These networks are not formed by chance. They are cultivated through consistent engagement, authenticity, and value exchange. By being part of a strong network, I'm fascinated, wealthy individuals gain access to information about emerging trends, potential collaborations, investment opportunities, and partnerships that would be difficult to discover independently. I'm fascinated. The ability to tap into a network of resources and expertise multiplies their effectiveness and accelerates the realization of their goals. Another important aspect of leveraging networks is the principle of reciprocity. Fascinated, wealthy individuals understand that relationships are not one-sided. By helping others, sharing knowledge, and contributing value to their network, they create goodwill and trust, which often comes back in unexpected ways. Fascinated, this mindset ensures that connections are long-lasting, meaningful, and mutually beneficial rather than transactional or superficial. It also builds a reputation as someone who adds value, fascinated, which attracts more opportunities and like-minded individuals to their circle. In addition, networking and mentorship provide psychological and emotional benefits. Wealthy people are often surrounded by individuals who inspire, challenge, fascinated, and motivate them to think bigger and act bolder. Being part of a network of ambitious, high-achieving individuals encourages accountability, resilience, and a mindset oriented toward growth. Fascinated, they are less likely to be discouraged by setbacks and more likely to adopt innovative approaches because they can draw on the experiences and insights of others. Fascinated, strategic networks allow wealthy individuals to leverage other people's expertise, resources, and influence. They understand that they do not need to master every skill or know every detail. Instead, fascinated, they can collaborate with experts who complement their strengths. This approach enables them to tackle larger projects, scale businesses, and navigate complex ventures more effectively than they could alone. Fascinated, by combining their own skills with the capabilities of their network, they create leverage that multiplies results far beyond what individual effort alone could achieve. Ultimately, fascinated, leveraging networks and mentorship is a cornerstone of wealth creation and sustainability. It accelerates learning, opens doors to new opportunities, and provides support and guidance that help avoid costly mistakes. Fascinated, by surrounding themselves with the right people and seeking mentorship from those who have already succeeded, wealthy individuals gain access to insights, resources, and strategies that propel them forward. Fascinated, this strategic use of relationships ensures that their growth is continuous, their decision-making is informed, and their ability to create value is amplified. Fascinated, demonstrating that wealth is not built in isolation, but through meaningful connections and guidance from those who have walked the path before. For many people, wealth is simply about accumulation, earning more, saving more, fascinated in acquiring material possessions. While financial success is important, wealthy individuals understand that true wealth goes far beyond money. It is about purpose, impact, and the legacy one leaves behind. Fascinated, driven wealth is built on the principle that money is a tool to achieve something greater than personal gain. It is a mindset that aligns financial decisions with long-term goals, meaningful contributions, fascinated, and the creation of value for others. Those who think like the rich do not pursue wealth solely to satisfy desires or impress others. They pursue wealth as a means to live intentionally, empower others. I'm fascinated and leave a lasting imprint on the world. One of the defining features of purpose-driven wealth is clarity of vision. Wealthy individuals often have a clear understanding of what they want to achieve in life beyond financial security. Fascinated, they ask questions like, how can I use my resources to create freedom, opportunities, and impact? Or what kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? This clarity informs their financial choices, ensuring that every investment, fascinated business decision, or philanthropic effort is aligned with their greater mission. Money becomes a vehicle to fulfill values, dreams, and contributions that extend beyond themselves. Fascinated that purpose-driven wealth also encourages long-term thinking. While short-term gains can be enticing, wealthy individuals recognize that true impact is built over time. They plan not just for the present, but for future generations. Fascinated, and they structure their wealth in ways that can create lasting influence. This includes investments that generate sustainable income, businesses that provide employment and value to communities. Fascinated, and initiatives that improve lives and create positive change. Their focus is not merely on consumption, but on contribution, ensuring that their financial resources amplify their purpose and reach. Fascinated, legacy is another critical element of this mindset. Wealthy individuals often think about how they can pass on not only financial assets, but also values, knowledge, and opportunities to others. They recognize that money alone is transient. It is the combination of resources, wisdom, and guidance that has a lasting effect. By mentoring others, supporting charitable causes, or creating structures for ongoing impact, fascinated, they ensure that their wealth contributes to a better world long after they are gone. This approach transforms wealth from a personal achievement into a force for generational and societal benefit. I'm fascinated. Purpose-driven wealth also shapes decision-making by instilling discipline and intentionality. When financial goals are tied to a higher purpose, choices about spending, investing, and risk-taking become clearer. impulsive or superficial decisions are minimized because every action is measured against long-term objectives and values. This intentionality not only helps in preserving wealth, but also in maximizing its positive impact. Fascinated, every dollar is considered as a tool to advance a mission rather than a means to satisfy temporary desires. Wealth with purpose brings a sense of fulfillment that money alone cannot provide. Fascinated, people who accumulate riches without direction often experience emptiness, stress, or dissatisfaction. In contrast, fascinated, those who align their wealth with purpose experience a profound sense of satisfaction because their actions contribute to something meaningful. They are motivated not just by accumulation, but by the ability to create, influence, fascinated, and empower, which fosters resilience, passion, and sustained success. Ultimately, purpose-driven wealth and legacy is about transcending the narrow view of money as an end and embracing it as a tool to achieve significance. Fascinated, wealthy individuals understand that money is most powerful when it serves a mission, creates opportunities, and leaves a positive imprint on the world. By linking financial success with purpose, I'm fascinated they not only secure their own freedom and prosperity, but also uplift others and build a legacy that endures. This mindset ensures that wealth is not just a measure of personal achievement, but a catalyst for meaningful impact, fascinated, long-term influence, and enduring fulfillment. In the journey to financial success, the most important lesson is that wealth is not merely about earning or accumulating money. It is about mindset, strategy, and purpose. Fascinated, rich people think differently. They see money as a tool to create opportunities, embrace a growth mindset that turns challenges into learning, and operate from abundance rather than scarcity. They invest in themselves. I'm fascinated, leverage networks and mentors, and align their financial decisions with a greater purpose that leaves a lasting legacy. By adopting these principles, anyone can shift from reactive, short-term thinking to intentional, fascinated, long-term wealth creation. The wealth code is accessible to those willing to learn, grow, and act strategically. True financial freedom comes not just from money in the bank, but from the knowledge, habits, fascinated, and mindset that allow it to work for you. Unlocking this mindset is the key to lasting success and meaningful impact.